Here we go, the 1950 Mercury barn find. Settle in for the story. There it is, a beautiful 1950 Mercury that we found in Kingsport, Tennessee. Not in a barn, but close enough. It had been put there in the early 70s, and there it sat in dry storage all these years until we found it and drug it back out into the daylight. We got it loaded on the truck, got it tied down. We put an extra strap across the hood just for a little extra security. We don't want the hood flying up and breaking the windshield on the way back. Man, she looks good in the rear view mirror. Get a load of my buddy's truck that we're hauling this thing on. Yeah, he put a modern rollback chassis under this old truck. It's almost a barn find hauling a barn find. As soon as we got it unloaded off the truck, it started to drizzle rain. No big deal, it's kind of washing off some of the barn dust, but we're about to do some serious cleaning on it anyway. Now this is black lacquer paint from the 70s. We are going to use a pressure washer on it, but we're going to hold the pressure washer far away from it. We're not going to take any chances on blowing any paint off. Just get some of the dirt and grime and grit off of it and get it as clean as possible before we start the buffing and waxing process. Haley's going to start on the interior, shop vac everything out, clean all the glass inside and out, make it look new again. Hey, wait a minute, don't scrape off that old inspection sticker. Let me get a picture of it. 1970? This thing was last on the road in 1970? That's pretty cool. Well, that's it for the first cleanup. We've got it washed, got the interior cleaned out, all the glass clean. Now it's time to look under the hood. This car still has the original 255 cubic inch Mercury flathead motor. These motors had more stroke than the Ford motors. We got lucky with this one. It's not locked up. It turns freely by hand. Now let's get it running. These old Mercuries came with a really weird carburetor. It's a rear draft carburetor, the Holley 885. We removed the top off the carburetor, poured a little gas in it to prime it. Let's turn the motor over and see what happens. Wow, now we're getting the party started. She fired first time. Can't believe it. First time that motor's ran since the 70s. Okay, we cleaned the spark plugs, cleaned the points, set the points. We've got it idling a little better now. Did a little adjustment on the carburetor. Let's check the oil pressure. Oil pressure's pretty decent for a first startup. I'm happy with that. We can continue on. The 0885 Holley just wasn't going to get the job done, so we pulled it off. We've got it on the bench. We're going to do a complete rebuild. We ordered a kit from Shoebox Central. They always send us high quality stuff. Okay, it's time to do something about these wheels and tires. Tires are shot, but the original wheels are in really good shape, so we took them to Black Label Coatings. Those guys sandblasted them for us and powder coated them black. Then we mounted up some new Firestone bias plies from Coker. Wow, what a difference. Next, we moved on to buffing out the paint. We used Meguiar's number 7. Meguiar's number 7 has been around since the 50s, and all the old hot rodders will tell you that's what you use for lacquer paint. Just look at that shine. After we got the paint on point, it's time to make some altitude adjustments. To lower the front end, we cut one coil off the front springs, which dropped it about 1.5 inches or 2 inches in the front end. We wanted this car to be a full tail dragger, so in the rear end, we removed 2 of the leaf springs from the original spring pack. We also installed 4-inch lowering blocks and longer U-bolts. And here's the finished product. Lowered about 2 inches in the front, lowered about 5 or 6 inches in the rear. Car rewired, all the lights working. Black lacquer paint, shining like nobody's business. Fender skirts reinstalled. Now that's what we call a one bad ride. Don't forget to subscribe to watch us find these old cars and bring them back to life. Thanks for watching.